I'm not convinced on the Book of Thoth for the first item. I'm just not convinced. It's too expensive, it takes too long to get going. The Ethereal Staff might actually be okay, though. Alright, let's look at this again. That's 2,800 to finish. I believe the Warlock is 2,750. So the Warlock ends up at, let's see, you get 2 health and 0.5 magical power per stack. You get 100 stacks. So you get another 200 health and another 50 magical power. So it comes out to 100 magical power and 500 health and 400 mana. That's pretty good. Where the Ethereal Staff comes out to 30 magical power, 600 health, 300 mana. So, wait a second. So this one's got more mana on it, 100 less health at full stacks, but a lot more damage. Okay, and this one, 2% of your max health, so what's 2% of 600? That's, see, 1% of 600 is what? 60? 1% of 100, yeah, so, no, 6. It's 6. So 2% is 12. So that's bringing that up to 42 magical power. Right, I'm doing my math right there, right? Chat, am I doing my math right? I think I'm doing my math right. Okay, yeah, 1% of 100 is 1, so 600 is 6. So twice that is 12. So we got 42 magical power. So a lot less magical power for 100 less, for 100 more mana or health, but 100 less mana. But the Warlock Sash has to be stacked. Now, normally I consider that a good item on him, though, just because, like, you've seen how good he kills creep waves. So getting an item that you need to stack early on Kuang is not a bad thing, because he's going to kill everything in his lane all the time. He just shows up, and the whole lane is dead. So I'm not afraid of a stacking item on him. I'm thinking the Warlock Sash is probably the better buy here. And once again, the Book of Thoth just costs too much for not giving you any HP. It does give you some mana, and you do get the extra 3%, but then again, that might be overkilling him, because he already gets 5% of his mana converted to magical power. I don't know. I do know if you do go Book of Thoth, and then you grab some other magic items and a Ratatouille, you can easily get this kind of like 800 plus magical power, which is a lot of magical power in this game. You can just get him to a lot of magical power. But you might have to sacrifice health, and I feel like he needs it because really he's a hard champ to fight at a distance, or to fight with at a distance. When his ult is so hard to hit with from far away. You almost want to get close just to make it more likely to happen. And he's kind of good to get in close and hit him with that snaring one. It's basically a fireball. It blows up and snares everybody, but it's an airball because he's wind. It snares everybody. It makes it easier to keep them in the tornado. You can lay on them right afterwards. The tornado is easier to aim if you're close because they're kind of so busy dodging around you and fighting with you that you can kind of predict where they're going to be. Where if you throw it way at your maximum range, not only are they probably not snared, but you know, they're either running from you or running toward you or ducking this way. I mean, it's a lot harder to predict where they're going to be a second from now, a second and a half from now when the thing actually sticks to them. So I find it a lot easier to land that when you're close. Plus, you can kind of drop it and you can fight inside of it. So now it's like, yeah, keep fighting with me, but you know, you're going to take damage if you do. So you can kind of use it as a buffer to kind of keep them at least at arm's length. So anyway, I feel like he needs to get in close. So I feel much stronger on him with HP. I'm sure there's people out there that disagree and would rather play him straight AP, glass cannon. But I just don't feel like he's the greatest champ for that because just the things I went through, it's hard to do his damage at max range. Yeah. Although in a good team fight, a well-placed tornado, they could be so busy dealing with your friends that might work out. So, I mean, it's viable. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I'm going to do some more joust with him on the stream here now. I'll keep going. But I'll probably end my highlight here and upload this to YouTube just for people who want to just get a look at Kuang and what to do with him. You can take what I've done in that joust to a conquest. The only thing you got to be careful of there is money does come in much slower. You start off at level 1, obviously, so your early game is a little different, a little teeny different, but it shouldn't change much. You should be able to figure it out. And you got to watch for ganks. So you got to be more careful about not being past the mid of your lane. But once again, without Kuang, you don't have to be. You can basically tower hug, pop out a little bit, drop a tornado back up. The lane's dead. you're covered. You know, you don't have to do much past like level 3. Once you get level 2, your tornado, you could pretty much wipe the lane anytime you want. So, so yeah, I mean, that's the gist of it. Just take him out there, have fun with him. So that's probably where I'll end that. But I'm going to keep streaming now. So don't worry, streamers, we're not going away. All right, let's keep going.